It's still quite early in the morning, but we're going to do our deck breakfast now. So go ahead, James, talk about what you're going to talk about.
Okay, we're going to talk about South Africa and COVID ANC, we're going to call it. I think we're eventually going to call it COVID Ramaphosa or something like that. That's the leader of South Africa. This the switchover occurred roughly around the time that COVID.
But yeah, he's telling people, oh, don't get boosters. Those of you in wealthy countries, don't get boosters. We need to, this is a global effort to get rid of COVID, and we need to provide those shots to poorer countries and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, there isn't enough vaccine to...
Not nearly.
So... And plus, the big thing in Africa, I guess they have a stockpile of vaccines, but the people
South Africa
aren't using them. They don't want them.
Yeah, so it's rotting. Yeah, 17 million doses in South Africa. And
so what do you do?
The CBC, in an interview with one of their health experts in South Africa, did finally do something like the job. They said, don't you have 20 million doses in stockpile? And I think he kind of corrected her, 17 million, as though that made it better.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think it was Carol Off. Mm-hmm. Ordinarily, she acts as though her middle initial was F. So I'm not going to spell it out for you.
And honestly, I mean, you have to wonder, okay, well, what do they plan on doing with it? The people aren't taking it. They want more vaccine shipped in. Are they planning to then sell it to the highest bidder of people who want boosters in the wealthy countries, or what? Like, what is the plan with that?
The plan with the 17 million doses that they got, they're just going to let it rot. She was saying, aren't you going to give that to your neighbors? And the guy kind of pussyfooted around it.
Yeah.
Is that an example for all these rich people and stuff like that? Yeah. So the person was really, really, like scolding and all this kind of stuff. No. See, you don't have to. There's a poor person solution.
Close the borders.
Close the borders.
Yeah.
We did it here in Canada.
That's how people can do their part. That's how the wealthy countries can do their part. Don't go to South Africa.
No.
Don't go outside the country. While there's a pandemic, you gotta just stick where you are and appreciate your family, appreciate life, and try to act in a way so that there will be a future for your family.
So I just want to say, South Africa could have closed their borders and not had any COVID in there. Now they are claiming that they're being unfairly vilified because they claim they came into South Africa from Botswana. How many people out there have actually heard of Botswana? No, I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just saying you're smarter than an average person by a long shot, but do you even know where Botswana is?
No.
And that's key. Because Botswana, you do know where South Africa is.
Well, I know Botswana would be in Africa.
There we go.
But I don't know where.
See, I've been in Botswana. I've been in Botswana. It used to be...
I could narrow it down where it's not.
There was one railroad in the country. I suspect things haven't changed that much. I was there when it was called Bechuanaland. It was a British colony. Now, Botswana. They used to call it the line of rail in Zambia. There was one railroad in Zambia. There was one railroad back then, if I'm not severely mistaken, in Botswana. I doubt if it's changed. What is Botswana mainly? It is called the Kalahari Desert. It's not like the Namib Desert, but it is not a place where people settle. So, have you ever heard of Gaborone?
No.
That's the capital. It's spelled with a G at the beginning, but I've talked to someone who actually lived there. I went through there by rail.
Did it used to be Spanish or something? Like, that's weird.
No, it's not a Spanish name, but
Well, it's strange. It sounds weird.
so you've never heard of Haveronis,
No.
right? You've never seen it spelled with a G. Yeah. So here's the deal. Where have the variants come from? Have they come from wee, small, isolated places? Or have they come from heavily populated?
Yeah, but I'm of the opinion that they are being delivered to places.
Okay.
I can't imagine that anybody would want to deliver a variant of COVID to some small little.
Yeah, exactly right. Whether or
Because
not,
they want it to spread.
of course, whether or
So-
not it's either way, whichever
Either
scenario
way.
is.
Yeah, if it's your way, it's my way.
Yeah.
It
like-
still wouldn't have originated there.
No,
It doesn't
of
make
course
sense.
not. Ramaphosa or whatever your name is, stop lying. You are a freaking Nazi communist. You're an ANC guy. The stories I get about you, dude, is that you were, when it came to Nelson Mandela's terrorism, you were his right hand, not man, but monster, right hand monster. You stop lying. That's what commies always do. Lie, lie, lie. The big lie. So do Nazis. And you're a Nazi commie. Right? So you cut it out. You cut out scolding the so-called West and stuff like that. Here in Canada, we had 3 provincial governments, 4 rather, that basically control traffic into other provinces. This is within the country, much less with the United States, and they managed to control the stuff. New Brunswick, a little bit of a
Yeah.
problem. You could have done that, you stupid idiot. You are a representative of this sleazy, corrupt, violent, racist regime that you've got in there in South Africa. I'm going to find out exactly how to pronounce your name, dude. I think it's something like Ramaphosa.